Somebody turned us off. They can turn us back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not up. We have no mic. Okay, yes, we can hear you now. Okay, so the opening drive and the opening play, the Chieftains able to score on a run. I'm Bob Boucher with Pat Cavanaugh here at Swinehart Field for this Mac White contest between the home Utica Chieftains and the visiting Mott Marauders, and it's a big homecoming crowd here, Pat. Couldn't even find a parking place, but Chieftains are winless, and they're up against the 4-2 Marauders here tonight.
Yeah, Bob, Coach Marulli and his staff couldn't be happier with the way they've been able to start with that big run by Christian Gegovic. As he goes, the Chieftain offense goes. And one of the big things they're going to be looking for today is making big plays. And Gegovic starts out nicely on an off-tackle run on the left side. Great breakaway speed, and we've seen it all season by number 2, Christian Gegovic. We will be calling his name a lot. He's a kid that gets the ball out of the backfield. They'll put him in the slot. They'll put him at receiver. Any way they can get him the football, they'll do so. And now it's up to the Chieftain defense to hold their ground. And
so Madison Barge set to kick it off, and she does a little squibbler, and it's end over end bounce. He picks it up at the 20. He's up to the 25, the 30. He's got some room around the side. He's over midfield, 45-40, and the Chieftains trying to get him down there at the 20-yard line. So a great kickoff return by the Marauders. So far, a lot of action here in the opening minute.
There was a hold there on the defensive left side, the kickoff team left side. And that hold allowed Trayvon Madison, number 3, the speedster, to get around the end. Coach Milanoff, head coach for Warren Mott, is very excited about this football team. They're 4-2 right now, in large part to the talent, athleticism, and speed. In particular, we got a chance to see that with Trayvon Madison. They got 2 speedsters, number 3, Madison, and number 8, Darius Williams. So it's going to be important for the Chieftains to honor that speed here on defense, play back, keep everything in front, and hopefully get some pressure on the quarterback.
Well, the Chieftains caught a break there with that penalty. Now this is number 12, Jake Doobie. The quarterback is a senior for the Marauders. He'll start him off in the shotgun, sends a man in motion, and he fakes the handoff. He keeps it right up the middle, and oh, he's hit very hard, just over the 30-yard line of the Marauders. But it looks like it's enough for a first down. They're moving the chains.
Nice run by Zuby there, but Doobie can run the football, but DeMarco Davis coming up from his safety position with great hit.
And they went without a huddle, but now they're getting a play in from the sideline. So Doobie now waits the snap. He's got 2 wideouts on each side, a lone back with him. And he keeps it again, and they've got him this time. And I don't think he got anything. I think they got him for a loss on the play, Pat.
That's Palicki, number 55, a strong 2-way player for the Chieftains. Active, versatile player up front, and they're going to need plays like that often. Setting up a 2nd and long.
So Doobie has Trayvon Madison split out here to the left. A lone back again. He sends him in motion. And he throws to him over there. He's got a blocker. And looks like he got back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll bring up a third down. And it says 30 up there, but that can't be right. Oh, it's from the 30. 3rd and 12. So Doobie again with the play call from the sideline. He's got 3 split to the right, 1 over here to the left. Sends a man in motion. And a lot of play action. He's got a man open over the middle. He's got some room. The Chieftains got to catch up to him. Oh, no. He's over the 20, 15, 10 into the end zone for the Marauders. And another quick turnaround here as Warren Mott now has quickly tied this game up with just over 10 minutes left here in the first quarter. It's 6-6 already, Pat.
Darius Williams, number 8. Incredible speed. That play was set up really well. The Marauders went to an empty backfield, 5 wide receivers.
And they're
a nice little under screen route. Had some good blockers, and Darius Williams had a few defenders with an angle on him, but his breakaway speed, and he is not going to get caught from behind.
And they're going for 2, and he just flips it over there, and he caught it for 2 points. So the Marauders go up 8-6 here with 10-11 left in the first quarter. A lot of action already in this game.
Let's take a look at the replay here. Willis catches the ball underneath, gets some nice blocking, and his speed does the rest. It's going to be imperative for the Chieftains to prevent the big play tonight.
Wow. A lot of talent there. So it's a quick scoring game here in the first quarter. It's been back and forth. Chieftains on the opening play were able to score. The Marauders took a kickoff and had a penalty. It was called back, but now they've come back to tie it and go ahead here with that 2-point conversion.
I tell you, Bob, for those who have had a hard time parking to get here with this large crowd, will be amazed to know that there's only been 2 minutes off the clock, and yet it's 8-6.
I'm telling you. So Alex Demetrio, the senior, will kick it off here for the Marauders. And he takes it at the 30-yard line where he's just going to down it there, and the Chieftains will take over.
It appears as though thus far the game plan is to keep the ball away from Christian Gegovic, the deep returner. And so they're going with a nice loop kick, the Marauders are. But it's allowing the Chieftains to set up a pretty good field position with the ball on the 31-yard line.
Yes. So they break the huddle. The Chieftains now send 1 wide out to the left. We've got 2 over here to the right. Keene takes the snap, and he gives it off back there to, it looks like Gegovic. And it is Gegovic over midfield. A big run into Marauder territory. Down to the about the 35-yard line of the Marauders, but they're going to say, no, he stepped out.
Great vision there by Gegovic. Sees that there's nothing up the middle. Does a nice job of taking it to the outside. This kid is ready to play today. Christian Gegovic is suited up and looking for a big day, and thus far he's played terrific.
Keene gives it to him again. Up the middle this time. He may have gotten a yard or 2. But I'll tell you what, they've electrified this homecoming crowd here early.
A lot of the guys for the Chieftain up front play both ways. And one thing that has impressed me this year in watching them throughout the year is how conditioned they are and their ability to play 4 quarters on both sides of the football field.
Keene awaits the snap. There it is. He gives it off again. And he's got a block over there. And it looks like
it's going to be a penalty on Chieftains. Doesn't appear like they had enough men on the line of scrimmage.
So with just under 9.5 minutes here to play, that'll make it 2nd down and 13 from the Marauder 45-yard line.
Marauders are coming in this football game 4-2, and in order for the Chieftains to get a win, they're going to need to play disciplined, sound football and avoid the penalties.
Keene now waiting the snap. They send that man in motion, and they run it up the middle again. Looks like he got a block down to the 40-yard line.
He sure did, Bob. He got an excellent block by 81, the tight end, Kirk Kesson. He goes in slow motion to his right and does just a great job of taking on the linebacker coming in. Gave Gegovic a nice little gain on the run.
So 3rd down now and long, 3rd and 8 from the Marauder 40. Just over 8.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. A lot of action so far in the game. Keene now waits the snap. And he gives it again. He's got a hole over there. He's got it for enough for the first down to the 25, inside the 25-yard line.
Excellent blocking out front as well as on the perimeter. The key here, let's take a look at Gegovic on the run. He breaks out to the left. Gets some nice blocking there on the perimeter by Bruce Wynn, number 11. Gegovic's going to take a little bit of a break. He has been a workhorse throughout the season and thus far in this first quarter.
I was going to say, that looked like the game plan so far is give him the ball. Keene now with a high snap, but he gets rid of it. And the Marauders stuff that hole. There's nowhere for him to go. So that'll make it 2nd down and 10 from the Marauder 25-yard line. Keene awaiting the snap. And this time that's Olszewski again. He goes around the end. Looks like he's got enough for the first down. Oh, no, they saying he stepped out of bounds around the 17-yard line.
The Chieftain offense are being very intentional on what side of the field they are looking to run the ball. The majority of the runs thus far have been to the left-hand side, the defensive right, and that could speak to the scouting they've done, the preparation they've done in finding out where they think they can run the ball best. And thus far, they've been successful running the left-hand side, and we'll see how this continues as the game goes on.
Oh, another high snap. Oh, and they've got him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. And I was just thinking to myself, maybe they're trying to set up a pass. They've been running it so much here, catch him off guard. That's going to bring up a big 4th down and 5 now. And it looks like they might try this field goal. They will, with 7 minutes to play here in the first quarter. This is going to be Matovsky. And the kick is, oh, it looks like it was blocked. And he's going to try to run this one back. Yeah, he went into the end zone. Yep, and that's what the referees are waving. So with 6:43 left here in the first quarter, Warren Mott Marauders are leading the Warren Chieftains here at homecoming 8-6. And a lot of action so far, Pat, in this game.
Yeah, Matovsky, it looked like it was a good snap and hold, but there was penetration coming in from the middle to the right-hand side. And the paw of one of the Marauders was able to get a piece of the Matovsky kick, which, had it been in, would have put the lead in the favor of the Chieftains. But it's now their time to play some defense. And again, they have to avoid the big play. Now we got an interesting set here. We got 4 wide receivers to the defensive right, empty backfield. They're going to look for a A rollout to the right.
And he's down. But this was James Chaney now at quarterback. The senior in giving Doobie a little bit of a rest.
Yeah, two key players for the Marauders. Obviously, Doobie, the quarterback. He's going to be an important key to this offense, but Darius Willis, number 8, and Trayvon Madison, number 3, two game breakers with a tremendous amount of speed.
And there goes Madison, and they give it to him. He's around the right end, but the Chieftains have him over there. And it's going to be close to a first down. We'll see where they mark the ball. And it is a Marauder first down. And no huddle again now for the Marauders. Oh, he keeps it this time. And that looked like Doobie back in there at quarterback.
A lot of movement on the Chieftain defense before the snap. It didn't appear as though they were lined up correctly. And the tempo of the Marauder offense is very intentional. They want to get the snap as quick as they can.
And they're going with it quick. Another good run.
That's Curtis Hamilton, excuse me. Curtis Hamilton, quick shifty back, who's only a junior. And again, the hurry-up offense, quick tempo.
Chaney hands it. Oh, no, he's going to throw it this time deep. He's got a man open. It's caught. A Marauder touchdown. A play-action pass. Well-conceived play, and the Marauders now take a 14-6 lead with 5:27 left here in the first quarter.
And quick striking offense there. Again, they've been running the ball up the middle, around the edge, and that was a simple play-action post route to Trayvon Madison. Great throw, great catch. Let's take a look at the replay here. Nice play action, though, to Curtis Hamilton.
Looks like
good
they're
back there.
Try to kick this extra point. This is Demetrio. And the kick is up. It's good for the Marauders. They take a 15-6 lead here over the Chieftains. So as you said, Pat, they were quick tempo, no huddle, really moving the ball down the field, and really didn't give the Chieftains time to catch their breath.
Indeed, they are trying to get the ball to keep players in space, that being the Marauders. And it's going to be really important for the Chieftain defensive backs to keep the receivers in front of them. They certainly have to honor the speed and also be lined up correctly to avoid that quick count, because the tempo of Coach Milanoff's offense is such that they are trying to get as many plays off in as quick amount of time as they can. And Coach Milanoff is coming into he's in his 19th year at Warren Mott. He has built quite a program, incredible staff he has, and have a lot of respect for Coach Milanoff and the job he's done over there at Warren Mott. Year by year, he is competing for the playoffs, and in the very competitive MAC conference has done a great job.
So here's Demetrio again to kick it off. And it's that same type of kick. He takes it at the, oh no, he dropped it this time. Looks like the Marauders have it. They do. And they just got him down right about the 10-yard line, so their strategy paid off on that kickoff, Pat.
And I think they're going to rule that back where the possession was made by the Marauders. The kicking team cannot advance a fumble once it's happened. However, there was no quick whistle on that to signal the returner, the fumble recovery, to stop.
Looked like it caught everybody off guard. So now the Marauders have it again with 5:19 left here in the first quarter. It's already 15-6.
We spoke about this, Bob, at the onset. The turnovers, the penalties, those mistakes will not be able to happen for the Chieftains if they plan to win this football game. And we're going to need to bounce back here on this series, and they got a timeout, Chieftains.
Timeout called by the Chieftains.
So with 5:19 remaining here in the first quarter, Warren Mott leads Utica by a score of 15-6. And Pat, we've seen a lot of different plays from the Marauders. The Chieftains just don't seem to have them figured out as far as what they're doing.
Yeah, the plays have been switched up, and the formations have been switched up as well. They're going with empty backfield, 5 wide receivers. They had a wildcat set earlier. They're going to look to get the ball to their athletes in space. And the Chieftain defense is going to have to do their best to contain those speedy receivers and running backs and keep the receivers in front of them, because they certainly are home run deep threats.
Well, while we had a little break in the action there, we want to mention one of our sponsors, Esplendido. They supplied the truck down there with a lot of good food tonight, and we want to thank them for that. And it looks like we're ready to go here again. Doobie back in at quarterback now. And he keeps it. He's rolling. Oh, he's throwing again deep. Oh, it's intercepted. That's Gegovic. Gegovic still has it on his feet and out of bounds. Just about the 25-yard line. So the Chieftains finally
Great job by Gegovic going up and getting that high point of the football. Doobie was rolling to his left. That's a difficult throw, and he puts it up just a little too high, and Gegovic goes up and gets it, says, "It's my football. I'm taking this back." And excuse me, that's actually not Gegovic. That's Shane Lutz on the interception. Number 3 doing a great job from his cornerback position.
Well, it looks like we had a penalty as well on the run back there after the interception.
Shane Lutz, the junior, coming up with a big play there for the Chieftains. Right after the turnover on the kick, puts the ball back in the hands of the Chieftains. Unfortunately, a penalty pushes them back further than where they would have had the football. But again, great job by the junior Shane Lutz at his cornerback position.
So the Chieftains now take over just about there. It looks like the 12-yard line now. Keene awaits the snap. Gives it off to Gegovic. He finds a hole, but oh, he's brought down right there by number 2, Curtis Hamilton, the junior from the Marauders.
Gegovic is still down on the ground. Hard to tell what might have happened. He might have taken a shot in the abdomen and
maybe knocked
got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, I think so.
It's great to see him get up on his own power. He has been a rock-solid football player for the Chieftains. Has been banged up throughout the year here and there, but he always looks to get back into the game.
Well, it's a gain of just about 4 on the play, so 2nd down and 6 now. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Keene takes the snap, hands it off this time to, is that Olszewski? And he didn't have anywhere to go.
That was Murray and Mayfield on the tackle.
So that brings up another 3rd down and long. Looks like at least 6 yards to go for that 1st down. And Keene gives it out to Olszewski again. Oh, it's hit hard, but maintains his balance. And it looks like he might have enough for that 1st down. And he does. So he gets it over the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Really like how Olszewski lowers his shoulder there prior to going out of bounds. And as an 11th grader, he would likely be a very key player for their team moving into next year.
They give it to him again, and he's still on his feet. Oh, he's brought down. A good tackle there by number 84 for the Marauders, and that's Jaron Hayes. He's a junior linebacker, but looks like he may have gotten 2 yards on the run.
There's a lot of speed, Bob, not only on the Marauder offense, but also this defense. And when you have speed, it allows you up front to be as aggressive as you can be, knowing that you have good coverage on the back end. And a couple of the key players we've talked about on offense are also playing on defense. Trayvon Madison and Darius Willis.
Key now waits the snap, and he's going to throw it this time. Oh, there's a flag. It's complete, but they're going to wave it off. And we're right at the 3-minute mark now of the first quarter. The Marauders hold a 15-6 lead here in this Mac White contest early in the game. And it's homecoming here for the Chieftains. Big crowd coming out for this game tonight.
We do indeed, Bob. Not only is the home stands full, but the stands on the south end of the field are full as well.
Oh, he's tripped up there in the backfield. Barely got back to the original line of scrimmage. Yes, big crowd on the other side for Mott, too.
It's going to be a big third down for the Chieftains. They have not thrown the ball a whole lot thus far, but Zach Keene can be a proficient passer, and Kirk Kessen's an outstanding target, number 81 there on the right-hand side of the field.
Olszewski gets the ball, and they've got him again tied up right there at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be pretty close here, Bob. Looks like they gave it to him.
Oh, they did? First down, Chieftains. Wow. Yes.
Looked like the Marauder coaching staff, looked like Coach Milanoff over there would have loved to have a measurement. But when you got a guy like Olszewski who keeps his pad level down as a runner, he's able to get that extra foot to yard for the first down. Great job by the junior runner.
Keene awaits a snap. And he is going to throw it this time. Oh, and he drops it. But it looked like he was well covered over there. Number 14, Ifat Asmal, defensive back senior for the Marauders, was able to stay right with him.
Yeah, this is the play they tried running earlier that was halted by the penalty. When Wynn was wide open, and they went right back to it, but well covered by the Marauder defense.
Keene now directing traffic, waiting the snap. Here he gives it to Olszewski again. They're trying on that same left side of the line, and he may have gotten a yard or two. So that brings up another 3rd and long here from the Chieftain 38-yard line. A minute and a half left here in the first quarter. So Zach Keene, the junior, awaits the snap for the Chieftains. And he gives to Olszewski again around that left side. He's got a hole this time over midfield down to the 40-yard line of the Marauders. A nice run there by Gabe Olszewski, the junior for the Chieftains.
Excellent job up front by left tackle Zach Dries, and 81 to the tight end Kirk Kessen, kicking out, creating that seam for Olszewski. And this runner here is doing a great job of making things happen. And great burst through the hole. Excellent job of lowering his pads and getting as much yards as he can.
And he's given Gegovic a nice little break here. And he gives it to him again. Another hole. And he's just running them right down over the 35 to the 33-yard line.
This is Utica Chieftain football at its finest. Down lineman, creating a new line of scrimmage, pushing the defensive line back, running between the tackles. Coach Marulli and his offensive staff have to be pleased with this drive.
So we're winding down here now. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Chieftains threatening. And now it looks like the quarter's going to run out. And it is. So with the score, the Mott Marauders 15 and the Utica Chieftains 6 at the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back for second quarter action.
15 years and Esplendito Mexican Restaurants is still known for its great tasting, quality food. Their secret? Combining the classic taste of Jimmy's Pizza and the well-loved menu from the original Pancho's restaurant. There's daily food and drink specials and weekday happy hours. Also, stop in for Taco Tuesday or on Sunday when kids eat free. Dine in or carry out. That's Esplendito Mexican Cuisine off Mound Road in Shelby Township. Call 586-739-1070.
Football programs down below for $5. 50-50 being sold down below as well.
Welcome back, everyone, for second quarter action. And a very exciting first quarter here for the homecoming crowd at Swinehart Field for the Utica Chieftains, who are winless so far this season, looking to pick up their first win here against the Marauders. But so far, a lot of talent and a lot of speed for Warren Mott. So they're going the other way now. Zach Keene awaits the snap, and he gives to, it looks like, that looked like Matt Hoppy. Oh, that was Olszewski. I'm sorry.
Terrific vision by Olszewski here. He gets some pressure in his face once he receives the ball, but goes to his left, creating as much room as he can, lowers his shoulder for another first down for the Chieftains. This Olszewski kid is having a coming out party here, with doing a great job of sustaining some runs, creating some big yards for the Chieftains on this drive.
And he's got it again. He's going to the other side this time. Oh, he's got number 20. That was Dennis Mayfield. Had him by the waist and was running along with him there. Mayfield, the linebacker for the Marauders, wasn't able to bring him down. And Olszewski gets a couple more yards on that one.
Yeah, flag came in late there. It's offensive holding. It's going to put the Chieftains back for a 1st and 20, which really could put a halt to a drive. And when the flag comes in late like that, the hold is oftentimes unnecessary. So it may have been from a backside lineman or receiver that didn't need to be done. But either way, it's now 1st and 20 as Zach Keene brings his troops out here for a big play.
Well, the Chieftains had the momentum going for him there at the end of the first quarter on that drive, and now when they turned him around, that big penalty sent him back here to the Marauder 40-yard line. So it's 1st, and it says 24 on the scoreboard. Looks like we're ready to go now. So Zach Keene sets the line. Here we go. Takes it. Guess who's got it again? Olszewski. And in the first quarter, it looked like it was give the ball to Gegovic. And so far, at the end of the first and beginning of the second, it's Olszewski.
Yeah, the Chieftains are lining Olszewski up behind Keene, who's getting the ball more in the middle of the line of scrimmage and has been able to make some nice cuts and showing tremendous amount of speed and power here in his running back position.
Well, they're in a pass formation, but he gives to Olszewski again. He's trying to get out around that right side, but the Marauders figured that one out early, and there was nowhere for him to go. So now it's going to be a 3rd and long. 25.
The success of the run game for the Chieftains has been between the tackles, more of a straight lead or dive for Olszewski. The sideline to sideline run will likely not be as successful because of the speed of the Marauders. But we'll see if they open up the pass game a little bit. We have not seen many throws whatsoever. And now we got Kurt Kesson behind and now shifting over next to Keene with the 2-back set.
Keene takes it. Now he throws it over here to Kesson. And that's, he runs into his own man, but he's brought down right there by number 2 again. That's Curtis Hamilton, and he's all over the field.
Let's take a look at the replay here. Zach Keene rotating to his left, then turning back on a screen play to Kurt Kesson. Well-designed play, but just nice job sniffing it out by the Marauder defense. And number 2, Curtis Hamilton was all over that one.
So we're awaiting the kick here. And it's high. Taken down at the 10-yard line by the Marauders where they will take over. And that was Matovsky on the punt that time instead of Madison Barch.
So, tough field position for the Marauders with the ball on their own 10-yard line. It'll be really nice if the Chieftains could go 3 and out and get the ball back with really nice field position. But again, it's going to be key that the Chieftains keep the speed of the Marauder offense in front of them and contain those speedy backs.
So this is a sophomore quarterback now, Cheney again, and he fakes the handoff, keeps it up the middle with nowhere to go. So there's going with that hurry up offense again, no huddle. Cheney now waits the snap. Sending in the play from the sideline. Taking a lot of time here.
Got man-to-man coverage on the right side of the field for the defense of the Chieftains. We got to be conscious of James Murray, number 4, if they run a go route.
They give to Hamilton. Hamilton still has it. Hamilton still on his feet. He's up to the 30, over the 30-yard line, where that looks like another Marauder first down. And
Curtis Hamilton, number 2, just does not want to go down. Continues to churn his legs, breaking arm tackles, breaking jersey tackles. Big gain for the Marauders around the left end.
Cheney keeps it this time. He's up the middle, and he's got a hole. And he's probably got 8 or 9 yards on that run. And that hurry-up offense. Chieftains trying to keep up with him here. And he fakes the handoff. He keeps it rolling now, and they're going to get him back there in the backfield for a sack. So the Chieftains, with good pursuit, able to get Cheney that time.
Terrific job by McGuire Palicki coming through as a defensive tackle. Doesn't make the sack, but disruptive enough where his buddies Kurt Kesson and company are able to finish off the sack. Those are plays that the Chieftain defense needs to continue in order to be successful, in order to halt this drive of the explosive Marauder offense.
So 3rd and 4 now with 7 minutes remaining in the half. The Marauders holding on to a 15-6 lead here over the Chieftains.
Got 3 receivers to the Chieftain left side. They're going to get a timeout.
And we got a timeout called by the Chieftains now.
So Utica takes the timeout with 6:46 remaining in the half. And Pat, you know, I did a little research here because, you know, we've got Waterford Mott and Warren Mott. And did you know who they're both named after?
I'm not sure, Bob. You're going to have to educate me a little bit.
Well, no, like I said, I did a little research. That was former C.S. Mott, Charles Mott, who was the 2-time mayor of Flint, Mott Children's Hospital, Mott Community College, the humanitarian philanthropist, and they've named these 2 Metro Detroit high schools after him. So I was curious because I knew that there were 2 Mott high schools, and I didn't know if they were named after different people or not.
Very interesting, yeah, and good names in 2 large districts, Utica Community Schools and Warren Consolidated Schools, 2 of the bigger districts in Macomb County. Utica Schools, one of the biggest districts in the state.
So this is the sophomore quarterback now, Cheney, awaiting the call from the sideline, and you think they'd have it after that timeout.
Well, I think they're taking a look at the Chieftain defense, see how they're going to adjust
And
to
he
the
keeps
formation.
it. Cheney keeps it and nowhere to go. Good pursuit. And he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage again. And number I don't have 87 on my sheet.
It's a good job right there by the Chieftain defense. Just seeing the flow going to their left-hand side, and the coaches for the Chieftains were yelling out to be prepared on the left side, and the execution of the defense was successful. And now it's 4th down, and the ball is going to likely go back to the Chieftains here with really good field position.
So this is the senior Darius Willis, number 8 for the Marauders, back to punt. Unless they don't punt, we'll see. Watch the fake. And yes, he's going to run it. He's not going to punt it. And looks like he's over the, he might have enough for that 1st down there.
If you look on the replay here, they have him outnumbered. Kurt Kesson is over the tackle, but everybody else is back or in the middle of the field. And Darius Willis had a convoy of blockers in front of him. Well-designed fake. Good scouting by the Marauder coaching staff to put them in that position to get the 1st.
So Doobie's back in there now for the Marauders at quarterback. Jake Doobie, the senior. And he's back to throw. He's got his man over here. That's Trayvon Madison. And he's up almost to midfield. So he gets another 5 yards on the pass for the Marauders.
It's a quick hitch route with the speed of Madison, the defensive backs. In this case, Shane Lutz are going to give him some cushion, give him some room. And that 5-yard hitch route is going to be open.
And he keeps it this time, Doobie, but he doesn't get over midfield. And a good play there by number 23. That was Hester, the Chieftain senior.
Hester is an active linebacker. He's been playing with a high motor throughout this season. He will come off the edge and blitz. He will play on the inside. But wherever he's at, the offense, in this case the Marauders, have to keep an eye on him because he will penetrate through the line and he will make a lot of tackles. Excellent production by Hester.
Doobie awaits a snap, sends a man in motion. He's back to throw, has time, he goes deep, he's got a man. Oh, what a catch over there. No, it looked like he had the ball, but he dropped it. Wow. I thought he caught that ball at first. His ball was right on the money.
This is a similar play they threw on the touchdown. The post route over the middle.
Oh,
great spiral, but just
right through his hands.
through the hands of James Murray.
Boy.
But again, the speed of another player on the Marauders is exposed there as he gets behind the defensive back of the Chieftain defense.
So it's 4th and 5. They're in that same formation to punt again. Will he punt it this time or keep it again? Let's see. And he's going to punt this time. Gets it away. Takes a Marauder bounce inside the 10-yard line. And they're going to down it right about the 7. So 4 minutes and 11 seconds left here in this first half of this Mac White contest between the Warren Mott Marauders, who hold a 15-6 lead over the Utica Chieftains.
Field position is going to be critical in this football game, and we just saw a drive started by the Marauders on their own 10-yard line, and now the Chieftains are starting from their own 11-yard line. So they're going to have to go 89 yards to punch in a score.
Their backs are to the wall here. Keene awaits the snap. And he gives it off. See who that is. And that was Gagovic back in the game. So we saw the Gable Shevsky show here for a while, but now Gagovic is back in the game, and he only got a yard on that run.
There's the shot of the dance team. Dance team, the band, the cheer team. Just a great community event here on homecoming. What an outstanding community Utica Schools has.
Oh, a nice spin move there by Gagovic, but they brought him down. That'll bring up a 3rd and 4 from the 13-yard line. So a big 3rd down play here now for the Chieftains. They'd like to get out of the hole back here in their own end zone. 3 minutes to play in the half, and they trail by 9 points here to the Marauders.
It's going to be a big 3rd down for the Chieftains with under 3 minutes to play. If they can get a first down, it will help them out significantly and avoid putting the ball back in the hands of the Marauders before half.
Yeah, they'd like to get another score here. This is Gagovic. Gagovic tries to get around the right end, and I don't think he had enough for that first down. So that's going to force the Chieftains to punt.
Marauders do a good job of forcing Gagovic to bounce it outside. The more his shoulders are turned toward the sidelines, the better the Marauders are going to be. The run plays that have been successful for the Chieftains have been when the pads of the running back are facing the defense, when they're downhill running. And we know that they have been successful, Shevsky particularly in the first half, with getting some big gains and sustaining some long drives.
So this is Matovsky standing in his own end zone. Try to get this kick away. Let's see. Very high snap. Oh, he gets it away. It's a high kick.
We're going to get roughing the kicker there. Very obvious. And Matovsky is down and appears to be hurt on his right kicking leg.
Well, that's not a good sign. It took a Chieftain bounce, but I don't think it's going to matter now.
Take a look at the replay. It's a high snap. And number 84 for Warren Mott runs right into the kicker. That's an easy call. Jaron Hayes, the junior, comes through to try and block it, but gets a little bit too much of Matovsky.
Yeah, and Matovsky's still down over there. So the Chieftains on the penalty now. It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 30-yard line with 2 minutes, 21 seconds left in the half. They would sure like to get a score here to narrow that gap here before halftime.
We have not seen Gegovic in the slot as a receiver yet. They do like to throw the corner route to him or the seam to him on a deep pass play, and this might be the time on this drive they're going to dial that up.
Well, right now, they give it to him. He's got a hole around the end here over the 40, up to the 45-yard line. A nice little run by Gegovic as he turned the corner, but flags are down.
And unfortunately for the Chieftains, it's another hold. Good job by Gegovic. Trying to cut up. You can see the hold right there. It looked as though his hands were inside, but when the running back gets past the defensive back, that's the time when the receiver likes to let his hands go from the jersey. With some good camera work by our ShelbyTV crew with that run play.
So that moves them back to the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 19 now with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the first half. Chieftains trail 15-6 to the Marauders. There's that same play, but he's pretty much gang tackled that time.
There's a replay. Let's take a look at the pursuit angle by the Marauders. Number 20, linebacker Dennis Mayfield just fills that hole very well. The Marauders have some pretty talented juniors that will be back next year. So with this 4-2 club that is working its way to making a playoff berth, they do have some youth coming back next year. It'll be interesting to see their success as they move into the 1920 school year.
Keene awaiting the snap. He sends the man in motion, gives to Gegovic up the middle, and he runs right into the scrum. And there isn't any room.
Chieftains are keeping the football on the ground. It appears as though they have a lot of respect for the Marauder defensive secondary and not throwing the football quite yet.
Well, we're under a minute to play now in the half, and the Marauders take a timeout. So I guess, you know, at 4-2, Warren Mott has lost to Grosse Pointe South as well as Chippewa Valley, but those 4 wins are what are going to help them, it looks like at this point, have a good chance to get into those playoffs.
Yeah, the next 2 weeks they play Utica Ford and Sterling Heights Stevenson. And so if the Marauders are able to get a win tonight, they're going to be looking to try and get 2 more and hopefully solidify home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs.
So Keene awaiting the snap here. And he gives to Gegovic. Gegovic's trying to get through, but there's no room again. Number 30 that time, that was Steve Rusanchin, the senior linebacker for the Marauders, brings him down.
Gegovic with an underneath handoff over there. You get to take a look at the Chieftain offensive line doing their best to create some gaps for Gegovic. But the ball will be going back to the Marauders here with 53 seconds. And the fast-striking Marauder offense, 53 seconds is a lot of time for them.
So it's 4th and 7 now. And this will be Madison Barch back to punt this time. Looks like Matovsky may have been injured.
She's going to have to be careful with both deep threats, Trayvon Madison and Darius Willis back deep. Let's see if she decides to kick it in any direction close to them.
It's a good snap. She gets it away. It's a nice kick, a high kick, and he's down. Looked like at the 35-yard line. where the Marauders will have 45 seconds left here in the first half to see if they can put something together to increase their lead.
That was a really nice kick by Maddie Barch, the 11th grader.
Yes.
Not only was it a deep kick, but it was a high kick. And when you have high kicks like that, it allows the punt team to get down the field, and there was no return available.
And you know, I was
Darius Willis.
I was watching her kicking into the net before the game, and she has great form. Points that toe and does a great job.
And it was great to see her excited as she came off the field as well after that kick, when she knew she did a heck of a job booting it up in the air.
Yes. So Doobie now with a little dump off here. He's got his man, but a spin move puts him out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That was Darius Willis again.
And the clock stops, 37 seconds remaining. They will look to get the ball to Darius Willis in as many ways as they can and get him in space.
So 2nd down and 6 from the Marauder 39-yard line.
Chieftains are going to have to be conscious of the middle of the field. DeMarco Davis is by himself in the free safety position here.
So it looked like one of the Marauders jumped off early. That helps the Chieftains. They'd love to keep them out of the end zone here before the half. 35.7 seconds remaining here in the half.
Yeah, the Chieftains are playing a single high safety look. And the Marauders have 4 wide receivers.
So Doobie now with Curtis Hamilton right next to him in the backfield. Sends a man in motion, gives to Hamilton. Hamilton's hit in the backfield. Oh, and a nice pursuit there. Good play by the Chieftain defense. That was Kesson in on that tackle.
Yeah, Jordan Hester did not make the tackle, but he penetrates through the line to stop the forward progress of the back, and Kesson's able to clean it up.
Doobie awaits the snap. Oh, there's movement again. Yes, another flag on the Marauders. It looked like they all moved before the ball was snapped that time with 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. We've seen a little bit of everything here so far this homecoming game.
Garrison Hicks, the sophomore safety for the Chieftains, is back in his deep half. We don't see too many 10th graders playing varsity football and starting, but Hicks is out there and he's playing at a critical time of the game.
So that's going to do it here for the first half of this homecoming game for the Chieftains, with the Mott Marauders leading the Utica Chieftains by a score of 15-6. Stick around, folks, for second half action.
Looking for a great time with family and friends? Roll on over to the new rink. We offer roller skating, games, an arcade with prizes, and even an extreme bounce zone for the kids. Let us host your next birthday party or reserve your private event in one of our banquet rooms. Check out La Rev Dance Company and 2SP Sports Performance located right inside our building. Schedule your next event with us. Visit the new Rink Roller Sports Complex on Van Dyke, just south of 23 Mile Road in Shelby Township.
15 years and Esplendito Mexican Restaurants is still known for its great tasting, quality food. Their secret? Combining the classic taste of Jimmy's Pizza and the well-loved menu from the original Pancho's restaurant. There's daily food and drink specials and weekday happy hours. Also, stop in for Taco Tuesday or on Sunday when kids eat free. Dine in or carry out. That's Esplendito Mexican Cuisine off Mound Road in Shelby Township. Call 586-739-1070.
Oh, and an onside kick to get us started. And nobody's got it yet. There, the Marauders fall on it about their own 35-yard line where they'll take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, Bob, I remember the beginning of the game with 10 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. So only about 2 minutes into the game, and it was already 8-6. And we look at the scoreboard now, and it's 15-6. So not much scoring after the first 2 minutes of the first quarter.
No.
But we can anticipate an exciting half of football here on homecoming night for Utica.
That's what the crowd is anticipating right now. And this is Doobie at quarterback to start it off for the Marauders. Number 12.
Nobody's over number 8 for the Marauders, Darius Willis.
He fakes the handoff back there to Hamilton. And, oh, a nice play for a loss in the backfield. And that was number 26 for the Chieftains with a great play, Diego Gomez, the junior. So the Marauders looking to the sideline for the play again. Here's Doobie now, sends Hamilton to the other side. And he throws a quick one over here to the sideline. And this is Willis. Willis with some room on the sideline. He's fast. Look out. Willis has got some room. He's 10, 20, 15, 10, 5. And here we go again to start off the second half. The Marauders score quickly here.
Willis, let's take a look here, though, at the edge. It looks like a clear hold on the cornerback. Coach Cutterbuck, the defensive coordinator, is furious, understandably so, because it appears as though the wide receiver from the Marauders had his hands outside the pads of the cornerback.
Well,
it's just a simple screen to number 8, Darius Willis, who had nobody over top of him in the slot.
They must not have seen it, Pat. And they're still talking to the referee here. But they're ready to attempt the extra point. This is Demetrio. And they're going to wait.
Yeah, head referee is still talking to the coach, Maruli, and Coach Cutterbuck, defensive coordinator. You know, anytime you see a wide receiver's hands outside the pads, outside the framework of the shoulder pads, it's traditionally a hold. And the sideline judge did not see it. But that was the key block that freed up Darius Willis on the bubble screen and allowed him to go 60 yards or so for the touchdown.
Well, Trayvon Madison awaits the snap. It's a high snap, but he gets it up. And the kick is good. So Warren Mott now takes a 22-6 lead. And we haven't even played 1 minute of the second half yet.
Let's take a look at the replay here. Bubble screen to Willis. And let's take a look on the block on the left-hand side if we can see it. There's the hold on the outside of the pads. And that's what Coach Cutterbeck, Coach Maruli are upset about. Understandably so. You can see the hands of the receiver outside his pads. And that was the reason that Willis was able to break it for a big touchdown.
Boy, and that umpire was right there, too. He was right in front of him.
Big shout out to the camera crew of Shelby TV. Just continues to provide incredible footage. And there's a flag that's just been given to Coach Maruli.
That's a bench flag.
Well, the key right now, though, is that was a touchdown in the books based on what just happened. So we got to move on. It's 22-6. And it's now up to the Chieftain offense to put together a drive and put some points on the board. There's still a lot of time with only a minute left, or only a minute taken off the clock in this third quarter.
So Alex Demetrio just pops it up over here. And, a couple of Chieftains run into each other at the 30-yard line, but they're able to hold on to it where they're going to take over now. And the Chieftains have a lot of work to do here in this second half to get back in this game, Pat.
Well, I think what we'll see more of this half is quarterback Zach Keene, the junior signal caller, throwing the ball a little bit more downfield. We've seen some quick passes, but we certainly know the ability of DeMarco Davis, Kirk Kesson to catch the football and stretch the field, and we'll likely see more of that in the second half.
So Gegovic behind Keene now, and he takes the handoff, comes over here to the left side where there isn't a hole, and he's brought down again there by number 30. He's had quite a few tackles tonight. Steve Rasanchin, the senior linebacker for the Marauders.
Yeah, we've been speaking about this throughout. The speed of this Marauder team on both sides of the ball is evident, and we see 30 shoot through the gap. You're right, Bob. We have called Steve Rashanshin's name a lot today. Very active senior linebacker.
So Zach Keene awaiting the snap. And he fakes the Gegovic. Oh, it's blocked. Incomplete.
Tyson Watson, the big defensive tackle, sophomore. Another underclassman for this Marauder unit. There's a lot of youth on the field for Warren Mott Marauders that, again, we spoke about at the front end of the broadcast. Coming into this game 4-2. Looking to get their 5th win to hopefully parlay that into a couple more victories and make them playoff bound. Coach Milanoff in his 19th season as head coach at Warren Mott has had many, many playoff appearances, and they're looking to continue that this year with a talented Marauder team.
3rd and 10 now for the Chieftains. Keene. And they're hollering for a timeout, and they do take one. So the Chieftains call timeout with 10 minutes, 19 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. The Chieftains trail here on homecoming evening, 22-6 to the Warren Mott Marauders. Well, don't forget, folks, we just want to mention it because they provided us with some great food this evening. Esplendido, right down the street here on Mound Road. So if you're looking for a place to party or have dinner, I know I've seen the kids can even eat free there sometime. Check out those ads for them because that's a pretty good deal if you have a lot of kids.
And Bob, I have 4 myself, so we may be taking it up, taking the fam up on Sundays. Carl, the owner there, just does an outstanding job. Big supporter of ShelbyTV and Shelby Township.
Absolutely. Okay, we're ready to go after the timeout now. Keene awaiting the snap. And he fakes the Gegovic, throws this time. Oh, he's got his man open right over the middle, over midfield. Oh, and a fumble, but covered there by number 5, DeMarco Davis. Comes up with the fumble after a great pass play. Takes the Chieftains over midfield for a big first down.
Great throw by Zach Keene to Shane Lutz on the slant route, and what a heady play by DeMarco Davis. For you kids watching at home, this is why you always got to have your heads up as a player. Look at number 5, DeMarco Davis, fighting for the football when it's on the ground. You never stop until the whistle is blown. Great job by DeMarco Davis on recovering that fumble.
And they tried to run around the left side again for maybe a couple of yards that time. So that'll bring up now a 2nd down and about 8. From the 43-yard line of the Marauders, the Chieftains now trying to put a drive together. They'd like to get some score on the board here to cut that lead of the Marauders, make it a game. 9.5 minutes now left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Chieftains been lulling the defense of the Marauders to sleep, and that quick slant proved to be positive for them, and we'll see if they open it up even more with the pass game.
And he gives it to Gegovic this time. Oh, he hurdles, but he's brought down just over the 40-yard line. A nice little nifty run, though. And he gains about 5 or 6 yards on the play.
Let's take a look at the blocking up front. Great job by left guard and the vision by senior running back Christian Gegovic to put his team in a position where it's 3rd and 4. And this will likely be 4-down territory, Bob. I think being down 22-6, they're going to be more aggressive this second half.
He's got 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. And he gives it up the middle this time, and looks like he's got enough for the first down. He fights Gegovic, still on his feet. And the Chieftains are very close to that first down marker. No, it's going to be 4th and 1.
Kirk Kesson walls off the defensive end there, and that second effort by Gegovic puts the ball just inside a yard for a first.
Boy, I thought he had it there for a second.
Yeah, that second effort at the very end, it looked as though he might have got the ball close to the first down marker, but they marked him short. We likely will see the same exact play here with Kesson lead blocking.
And, Gegovic's met there again. That's Recension. Wow, he's all over the field, that linebacker for the Marauders. So they will take over now on downs.
Outstanding anticipation there by Roshanen there, number 30, getting in the backfield. It was almost as though he knew the play was coming before it even started.
So the Marauders send number 11, James Chaney, back out, the sophomore quarterback. And they send Willis split out here to the right. They've got 3 trips out to the left. This is Chaney. And he stops in mid-count, looks to the sideline. Now they're changing it up.
Let's see if they go post route to Willis on the right-hand side. The middle, got delay game.
Yeah, it looked like they took a lot of time there. They were ready to go and then quit. So the Marauders shoot themselves in the foot that time.
Yeah, from the looks of it, they were putting trips to the field, to the left side of their offense, and keying on the free safety, the sophomore Garrison Nix, to see how far he would shift over to the 3 receiver side, and they're going to hopefully possibly try and throw the ball deep here to Willis over the middle. Instead, it's an out route.
And they wrap him up right away, where they say he stepped out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Oh, check that, 33-yard line.
It's a good job by Shane Luntz, the cornerback here. He's got a tough task of covering Willis basically on an island by himself, but does a good job of coming up to make the tackle and only enable or allow a short gain.
Chaney now checks off. Taking a lot of time again. Boy. And this time they take the timeout before they're penalized again. So 7:45 remaining here in the third quarter. And Warren Mott still leading Utica 22-6. And that's what we've seen happen here after a lot of scores early in the game. Seems like the penalties have ended a lot of these drives. And they haven't been able to put that many more points on the board since early in the game.
With the 22-6 score, it is 2 scores away if the Chieftains can get 2-point conversions on each of their 2 scores in order to close the gap and tie the score up. So a lot of football left. And it's going to be incumbent upon the defense of the Chieftains to get a key stop in this drive and put the ball back into Zach Keene and his offensive hands.
There's that same pass play to the sideline to Willis. Oh, not that time. That was Trayvon Madison.
It's a 2-man route here on the left hand of our screen. They got an outside receiver running a go route, inside running a out route. Pretty easy read for the sophomore quarterback, James Chaney.
Chaney now waiting the snap. Here it is. He's back to throw. Looks for Willis. Willis has it. Willis with a blocker in front of him. He's got some room. Willis now over the 30, 25-20, 15-10. Touchdown Marauders.
Well-designed play by the Marauders there. We got the blocker 71 the right guard coming out. We see him lead blocking along with 67, and the speed of Darius Willis continues to shine under the bright lights here at Utica's homecoming night. And it's been that big strike offense that the Marauders have been able to display tonight. And unfortunately, the Chieftains were not able to contain it.
So this is Trayvon Madison awaiting the snap for Demetrio. The Marauders up now 28-6. And there's the snap. The kick is up. It's high enough, and it's good. So with 7:27 remaining here in the third quarter, Warren Mott takes a 29-6 lead here in front of this Utica Chieftain homecoming crowd.
Let's take a look again at the speed of Willis. A nice job by the lineman for Mott getting out in front and blocking. Logan Ramsey, another one of the offensive linemen, the sophomore, lead blocking. And let's not take away from James Chain. He does a nice job on this pass play. Watch his eyes. He looks to his left to set up the screen play and get his offensive lineman out in front.
Well, the thing is, they've been working that play a few times and worked it right down the field until he was able to go all the way.
Yeah, when the Chieftain coaches go back and watch the tape, they're going to really think about those long, big plays that have happened. And they've done a nice job of working hard on the defensive end, but it's been that big play thus far in the second half twice that's led to 14 more points up on the board and even a bigger lead for the Marauders.
So Demetrio pops it up again over here to the 30, and it goes out of bounds. Where the Chieftains are going to take over.
Marauders have stayed consistent with their kickoff game, not looking to kick the ball at all to Gegovic and kick the ball deep, and they just prefer to kick it out of bounds and have the Chieftains start at the 35. But we will likely see a faster tempo, more throwing from Zach King and his Chieftain offense here in this drive and throughout the rest of the game.
Keene awaits a snap. Man in motion, gives it in the middle up to Gegovic, it looks like. And nowhere for him to go. A little extracurricular activity going on there. So now with the ball spotted at the Chieftain 34-yard line, it'll bring up second down and 11. And I think they're going to have to start airing it out here, Pat.
Yeah, you know, one name we haven't called a whole lot on the offensive side of the ball is number 81, Kirk Kesson. Big target, great frame, has good ball skills. And we can see him on an out route right here.
Uh-oh, fumble picked up there by number 3, Trayvon Madison, skates into the end zone for a Marauder touchdown. My goodness. Bang, bang.
And we're just talking about it. Watch Kesson on a quick out route. Good throw by Keene, puts it in a great position, and Trayvon Madison is Johnny on the spot, scoop and score. That's the drill that defensive coaches will work on. If there is nobody around you and the ball bounces up, instead of diving on it, they will look to pick the ball up, scoop it, and look to score, and that's exactly what the defensive back, Trayvon Madison, was able to do.
So the Marauders have stretched it out even further now. 35-6 here at the 6:26 mark of the third quarter. And there was a penalty on the Chieftains. Oh, it looks like offsetting penalties. So it looked like are they going to go for 2?
They got their swinging gate formation. We saw this earlier where they did not rotate the line over, and they went for 2 by throwing the ball out to number 4. So they know that we've seen them execute that, but they're likely going to just go for 1 and get the points now.
Yeah, Dimitrio's still back there with Trayvon Madison, the holder.
I think the refs are just trying to wrap everything up with those 2 calls. And they're pushing the Marauders back 15 yards. So there appears to be a change in the call. I take that back, Bob.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what they're doing here. Okay. Well, I know with the one game we did have the ref mic'd, and he was able to tell us what was going on, but for us up here to try to figure it out, Dimitrio now waits, and this is Madison awaiting the snap on the hold. So here's the snap. It's a good snap. The kick is up. Looks good, and it is. So the Marauders now lead by 30 points here over the Chieftains. 36-6 with 6:26 remaining in the third quarter.
And here's the replay again. Quick out route to Kesson. Right as he turns, ball is hit right by the helmet of the Marauder defense. And there's Madison to return it.
Wow.
That's a good job by him by not jumping on the ball with nobody around. That's your time to scoop and score, and that's exactly what he did.
And putting that helmet on the ball is what caused that. So that was a great play by that Marauder defender. So we're ready to kick it off again now. Let's see if it's another one of those high kicks that are short. And it's worked so far. They've been able to keep it away from Gegovic, the deep man. And it's that same little high kick. Uh-oh, they dropped it again. Looks like Mott recovered. And that has worked for them all evening here, Pat.
It has indeed, Bob, and that one in particular was kicked inbounds, and it was kicked high, and it appeared as though one of the Chieftains was trying to fair catch it, but was not able to come down with it.
There we get a look at it.
And again, the speed of the Marauders on this third phase of the game of special teams helped them to be able to get on that football, and it's back in their possession with a short field with the ball in the 25, and they're going to look to score right away.
Well, the Chieftains have their work cut out for them. Let's see if they can hold them here. This is Doobie back in now at quarterback, the senior. He has Hamilton back there with him. He fakes the handoff to Hamilton, goes into the end zone, and boy, that was close. That was James Murray who almost caught that ball in the end zone.
Murray had a step on the defensive back there on the post route, and I think if Doobie could have that one back, he would have put some more touch on the pass. And the referee was almost in the way on that one.
We've got a Chieftain down here. Is that DeMarco Davis? Looks like
it sure is.
Yep.
Might be cramping up.
And they're helping him up. Yeah, it looks like he's okay. You're right, Pat. Looks like a little cramp maybe.
So it looked like the athletic trainer there gave DeMarco Davis the stick. And the stick is used to help work out a cramp on either the hamstring or the calf muscle. And that's exactly what DeMarco Davis will be doing, is trying to work that cramp out so he can get back into the game. But as we saw on the turnover, the Marauders were looking to strike fast right away on a post route and just underthrown a bit by Doobie.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25 for Warren Mott. Doobie now waits to snap. And they've done that many times in mid-count. They'll look to the sideline, change it up.
A lot of cushion here at the defensive left side of the field. And Willis is uncovered.
And you've called it. This is Doobie on the keep. He's got some room over there. There's another good block, and Doobie is going to take it in on his own for another Marauder score. And looks like they have the Chieftains number here tonight.
Well, Doobie's going to get the statistic of a touchdown in his name, but it was in large part to Trayvon Madison, number 3, and Darius Willis, number 8, for why he went in through the end zone untouched with great blocking by those two on the perimeter. Outstanding job by the Marauders by getting another 6 points and executing that play incredibly well.
So Demetrio is getting a lot of work here on these extra points tonight. And this is Madison waiting the snap. And there's the kick up again. There's no doubt. So the Marauders go up now here with 6 minutes and 6 seconds left in the third quarter, 43-6. It's all Marauders.
Here comes the replay. You're looking at Zuby going to his right. And as he cuts it up, nice block there. And take a look at 71, number 2. And then right there at the end, that was Trayvon Madison with the great kick-out block, and then actually a pancake block that allowed Zuby to go in untouched.
Well, it's been quite an offensive display here for the Marauders. And the Chieftains just can't seem to figure them out. So Demetrio tees it up again. The Chieftains have to know what's coming now. They've done it every time. That little pop-up. And it looks like the Marauders are trying to get down there to catch it. Oh, there's a deeper one. And that one goes into the end zone. So they fooled us all that time. A line drive. 6 minutes and 6 seconds now. The Chieftains would like to at least get a score.
Alex Demetrio, the kicker for the Marauders, is a great weapon for them with his ability to kick the ball high up in the air for those mid-onside kick look, but he also has the strength to kick extra points and kickoffs deep into the end zone. So certainly that third phase of the game involves the kicking, and Alex Demetrio, number 9, the senior for the Marauders, is really good at it.
So Keene with pass formation. Looks like he's looking to throw, and he is over here to the side. Oh, and it's almost picked off. And I'll tell you, the Chieftains dodged a bullet there. Number 20, Dennis Mayfield, was right on top of that one.
Mayfield reads this really well. This is the play that we just saw that was thrown to Kirk Kesson that was jarred loose on the fumble. Same exact route, 5-yard out. Ball was thrown well, but Mayfield on a great break, great read, a near pick 6.
Keene now again, pass formation, looking to throw, and he doesn't have a whole lot of time. Oh, and it's incomplete. I thought he had it there for a second. And he takes a big hit back there. Keene was really pressured to get that ball away. It looked like just a little shovel pass. Let's see here.
He rolls to his left and throws across his body.
But he was unable to hold on. So now it'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 10, just under 4.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. The Marauders have surmounted a 43-6 lead here over the Chieftains. Chieftains want to get on the board here. Let's see, pass formation. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He's got to look deep. He does. And almost caught.
Good effort by Gegovic there on the corner route. It's a pretty nicely thrown ball by Zach Keene. Gegovic goes back up to try and get it. He's double covered, but just isn't able to come down with it.
So Madison Barch now way back on her own 5-yard line. She had a fine punt last time. She's going to need one this time. Let's see. Good snap. Oh, she gets it away. Nice kick to midfield. Takes a Chieftain bounce all the way down. Look at this punt. Fantastic for Madison Barch. Down to the 25-yard line. Holy smokes. She smoked that one.
Sure did. The Chieftains might be down 43-6. But Maddie Barch is playing incredibly hard with a great punt. That was an outstanding spiral by the punter, and she's fired up as she should be.
Well, I don't know how many yards that was, Pat, but I tell you what, the pros should be taking a look at that one.
Absolutely. Great job, Maddie Barch. She should be excited after that kick. And the nice thing about Maddie is she's coming back. She's only a junior.
Wow. A lot of talent there. Okay, let's see. This is James Cheney again, that sophomore quarterback. He has a lot of speed as well. He's going to spell Doobie here for a while. And he only has one back and gives it to him. But the Chieftains are able to get him down. That was number 10 for the Marauders, Romeo Jones.
You know, Bob, when we think about the start of this football game, the first play from scrimmage for the Chieftains was a touchdown.
Yeah.
And they have been stalled out for now almost 3/4 worth of football.
I thought that was an omen of things to come. Cheney now gives it again. This time to, that's that same Romeo Jones.
Same play, number 10, Romeo Jones, trying to find something up the middle, but Kurt Kesson and all his friends.
Jones is a junior. Like you said, these underclassmen for the Marauders. They have a bright future. Under a minute and a half to play here in the third quarter. And the Marauders still have the ball.
It's interesting. We look at the Marauders' schedule, and the third game of the season, after averaging about 40 points a game, they were shut out by Grosse Pointe South. 38-0, and this is the team, this Marauder team, that's hard to believe they were ever shut out in a football game.
So Cheney now keeps it this time. He's got Jones in front of him blocking, but they force him out of bounds. But it looks like it was close to a first down, and it might be.
And they ruled him inbounds, so the clock is going to continue to go.
So it is another Marauder first down here. Right at the end of the third quarter, the ball on their own 37-yard line. We'll see if they can get off another play before the clock winds down. Doesn't look like they even want to. So as time runs out here in the third quarter, the Warren Mott Marauders have built up a 43-6 lead over the Utica Chieftains. Stick around for fourth quarter action.
Looking for a great time with family and friends? Roll on over to the new rink. We offer roller skating, games, an arcade with prizes, and even an extreme bounce zone for the kids. Let us host your next birthday party or reserve your private event in one of our banquet rooms. Check out Le Rev Dance Company and 2SP Sports Performance located right inside our building. Schedule your next event with us. Visit the New Rink Roller Sports Complex on Van Dyke, just south of 23 Mile Road in Shelby Township.
$32 if you got that
Okay, everyone, we're back for fourth quarter action here for this homecoming game for the Utica Chieftains. And so far, the Warren Mott Marauders have spoiled the party here. They are leading 43-6. They have the ball on their own 37-yard line. And this is Cheney again. He throws out to the side here. And the Chieftains are able to get number 32. That's Nick Dent, the senior, out of bounds.
Quick screen there to 32, and he tries to do what he can with some good perimeter blocking. And Shamam does a nice job of pushing him out of the bounds. Sebastian Shamam's a player that Coach Marulli talked about a few weeks ago to me before the game as a hard-working scout team player who puts in a ton of effort, has a great attitude each and every day, and doesn't always get in the field. But Coach Marulli can count on him Monday through Friday to do a great job, and there we see him making a play. And again, he's
couldn't hold on to it that time. So they try to go to Nick Dent again, but he was unable to hold on. So, Pat, are you familiar with who the Chieftains are going to play these last 2 weeks here? I think Lance Cruz North was one of them from what I remember.
Yes, they do. They have Lance Cruz North, and then they're closing out the season in a very difficult way versus Chippewa Valley here,
oh, my goodness.
Here at home.
Okay. Well, I was going to say we're trying to find a win here for him somewhere. So Cheney now with Romeo Jones in the backfield with him. He awaits the snap. And the give is to Jones. No, he keeps it. Cheney's got it. He's still got it, but he goes out of bounds. Just shy of the 45-yard line. Well, they're saying he made it over the 45, so that's going to give him another first down.
Yeah, it doesn't look good tonight for the Chieftains to pull out a W, but certainly next week versus LCN will be a tough game going on the road. But if they're going to hope to get a W this season, it will likely have to be next week because the last game of the season will be played against the Big Reds of Chippewa Valley when they'll come into Swinehart Field. And Chip Valley is considered one of the top teams in the state. We had a chance to see them a few weeks ago against Utica and Eisenhower. And that is an explosive football team with 3 to 4 different Division I players on their roster.
Okay, so the Marauders still with the ball now, 1st and 10. And the give is to Romeo Jones. Romeo, he's still on his feet. And he's able to get about 5 or 6, maybe 7 yards on that run. He's over midfield. So I guess the clock can't run down fast enough here for the Chieftains tonight. Put them out of their misery. 43-6. The Marauders are up on the Chieftains here in this fourth quarter. 8.5 minutes to play. Cheney now looks like he's taking a lot of time. I think that's his MO here. He wants to just run that clock out. He's in no hurry at all to make that call. Boy, they're taking too much time. Nope. And he hands it off. Oh, a nice penetration there by number 28. Was that 28?
I think that was Tyler Sieb. Number 38 coming off the edge.
38, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Sieb does a nice job of coming off that edge with some aggression to make the tackle. Definitely have to give credit to the Chieftain faithful. Looking over at our student section, there's still a couple hundred kids standing up rooting on their team. That's what you like to see out of the high school student section.
This is number 26 playing quarterback now for the Marauders. That's Dorian Cheney. So maybe it's James's brother.
26 ball carrier, Dorian Cheney.
Sebastian Shamam again with a tackle there as a right cornerback position, coming up, getting a good fit. Bringing down the ball carrier and positioning the Marauders in a 4th down where they will likely be kicking on a punt.
So it's 4th and 3 from the Chieftains' 46-yard line. But we've seen them fake it before, so anything can happen. Let's see. 6.5 minutes to play in the game. And there's nobody deep for the Chieftains anyway. Uh-oh. He mishandles that snap all the way back to the 25-yard line. Now he kicks it away. And it takes a Marauder bounce down to the Marauder 25-yard line where they will down the ball with 6 minutes remaining here in the game. And that was lucky for him to get that ball away.
Chieftains were playing for the fake with nobody back deep. So with Darius Willis, number 8, in punt position, they were still respecting his speed and their ability to run a punt fake. And so even with a bad snap, with nobody back deep, Willis is able to get rid of the kick and position the Chieftains back on the 24-yard line.
Well, we did get the stat on Madison Barch's kick, 56 yards there, Pat.
That is outstanding.
Keene gives it off. And let's see who that was. We might have some fresh faces here in the game.
The 26th ball carrier.
Yes, that was Diego Gomez, the junior for the Chieftains on the carry that time. And he gains about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7 from the Chieftain 27. Both teams still with 2 timeouts, but I don't think they're going to take them. 4.5 minutes now left in the game. Keene awaits the snap. And he gives it again this time. Oh, he's caught in the backfield. Nowhere to go. So Diego Gomez on the carry again, but he's fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Number 56 out there, Trevor Lee.
4 minutes now left in the game.
I'm assuming I have all my homecoming court and escorts down in the southeast corner of the track. If not, we need you down there. Thank you.
Bob, this Marauder team has definitely impressed me tonight, and I know you as well. Moving on to 5-2, and this team could be dangerous and will be dangerous if they get another win or two to make them playoff bound.
A lot of talent, a lot of speed. Keene now with the snap. And he gives it off again. Gomez tries to find a hole. He does. He's off around the sideline. Down to midfield, 45. Down to the Marauder 40-yard line. A nice, nifty little run there by Diego Gomez, the Chieftain Jr., with just over 3 minutes to play now in the game. We've had some bright moments from some running backs here this evening.
Gomez is shifty. He's fighting through some tackles, but also has good vision to bounce it to the outside. Always nice to see backups shining under the bright lights and getting some good game experience, as that can hopefully parlay into their senior season next year.
Yes. Here's Keene now waiting the snap. He has Gomez back there with him. Looks like a pass formation. No, he gives the Gomez the other way this time. Gomez trying to find the end. Oh, he spins, but is unable to keep his feet. Number 35 for the Marauders with good pursuit there. I don't see his number on the sheet.
It's good camera angle on the blocking here. Number 22 doing an excellent job of trying to secure the edge. That was James Venezuela, but 33 Alex Sala fights off that block and makes the tackle.
Well, we're under 2 minutes to play in the game now. Clock running down on the Chieftains. On a very clear, crisp night here, mid-50s. We had just a slight breeze out of the south-southeast. Keene now awaiting the snap. Here it is. He gives to Gomez. Gomez with some room around the left end. He's still on his feet. There goes Gomez down to the 20 where they push him out of bounds. Another nice run for Diego Gomez. So we've seen Gegovic with some good runs in the first quarter. Gable Shevsky came on in the second and the third. And now here comes Diego Gomez with some very nice runs, Pat.
Yeah, and it's always nice to see the fellas up front continuing to block. Guys that don't get a whole lot of attention, but still working hard to position their body to make good blocks.
Gomez the other way now. Oh, he runs almost all right over him. But that was a nice takedown there by Dorian Cheney of the Marauders. So we're at 51 seconds to go. And there's a penalty on Warren Mott. But anything that happens now is rather insignificant. Although the Chieftains now are going to be threatening here. They would like to get another score, at least to save face here at the end of the game. Clock counting down, 45 seconds. Let's see what happens. Keene now waits the snap. And the give is to Gomez up the middle, but they've wrapped him up. Nowhere to go. And the whistles are blowing.
And the ball carrier once again for the Chieftains, number 25.
Chieftains are not calling a timeout. It looks like they want to do a hurry up, line up on the line of scrimmage.
I don't think they're going to make it, Pat. I think they're just going to let it run out. Let's see. Well, you might be right. We're down to 10 seconds. They've got a chance for one more play. Here it is. Keene to give to Gomez. Oh, no. He's tackled for a loss in the backfield. So that's going to do it here at Swinehart Field this evening in this Mac White contest. The Warren Mott Marauders with a very impressive 43-6 win over the Utica Chieftains. Thanks for joining us this evening, folks. For Pat Cavanaugh, I'm Bob Boucher, and we'll see you next time.